it would be my luck to, like, start to make a video as a train goes by. I mean, you probably can't hear it, but it's definitely still going. What's up, bitches? It's me. It's me. It's me. That was. So, it is hot as balls in my car. Those of you that know anything about my car, is the first thing that they know is that it's black with black leather interior and my air conditioning doesn't work. So I'm basically going to be sweating my balls off for a little bit here. Moving on. That's just something you needed to know going into this video, so if you see me sweating. Dean, why are you making a video right now? A great question, whoever just asked me that. Vent some shit out. Life isn't too kind sometimes. That being said, something really bothers me. I'm just venting. This is what I'm doing. I'm gonna vent a little bit and see if I feel any better. Anything that I see from the past, I seem so happy, and I feel like I look super fucking confident as shit. And the funniest part about it is that back then, I was probably the most uncomfortable, and, well, probably not the most, but I was super uncomfortable, I was super overweight, I was super unhappy. Like, I was just unhappy. But man, did I know how to fake it. Insert sex joke here. Recently, I'm very upset, and I'm really sad, and I'm really frustrated, and I'm kind of battling my depression right now. And every single time I go to talk about it, or acknowledge it, or whatever, I'm just being very vague. Like, I'm not saying, why are you sad? I'm just being vague, and I'm saying, well, I am this, so I'm acknowledging it, so it's fine, don't worry about me. I'll be okay. Because I will be. I guess right now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Questionable position of life, as most people in their 20s are. But like, I'm at a point in my, I guess, career where I'm not happy. I'm at a point of, like, I'm having, like, a mid-20s life crisis where I don't want to be where I am right now. I'm very exhausted with my preschool. I have been for a really long time. Like, I acknowledge that I've been very overwhelmed, and like, I've been taken advantage of for countless years, and it's dreadfully unfortunate because it's just like, it's not going to change, and I know it's not going to change because I've been there for so long, and I've seen so many different owners and like directors and co-teachers of mine, and like I lost hope. Like, I don't have hope that it's going to change. Like, I have hope that the business now, under the management that it is now, is going to be successful. I do wholeheartedly love the new owners. The new director isn't too shabby. Like, I do like her. All of my teachers, excluding some, can be questionable. If you're one of my coworkers, you know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. That being said, I'm tired of working so hard to achieve pretty much nothing. I'm not getting paid anywhere close to what I could be making, and it's because I'm settling for loyalty. And that's a really, really tough nut to swallow, because, sex joke. Like, I'm so loyal, it's annoying. Like, I take abuse, and I let myself settle because Like, that's what loyalty is. You know what I mean? Well, no, that's not so well. Woo! Who that could start a debate. No, that's not what loyalty is. It's just when you work for a company and they keep making these promises that it's going to get better and things will be okay and, you know, you're gonna get this, you're gonna get that, blah 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 blah. I just deal with it because I'm like, well, I promised, I made these promises, I have been with the company for this long, you know, I've fought through thick and thin, I've done everything that I can to achieve what I am right now in my position, which is the lead of my own classroom, which is what teachers want. That's what teachers want. They want to be a lead of their own classroom. My problem with it is that there are people that are under me that get paid more than I do. There are people that have less experience that get paid more than I do. There are people with less qualifications that can't even be alone with certain children that make more than me. And that has been constant through my entire experience at my job. And it is frustrating. It is frustrating because I turn a blind eye because I'm just like, well, this is my job, and this is, you know, whatever, and technically we're not all supposed to be talking about how much we get paid, but, you know, people are people, and that's what we do. That was actually kind of funny, so my phone just, like, stopped, and I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, did I run out of space? Is this, like, the joke of my life? Is that I'm never going to be able to vent out my problems? No, my phone overheated. Okay, I think that angle is just a little bit better. You're on, a whole bunch of gaff tape, so enjoy that. What I'm trying to say about work, anyway, I'm just mad. I'm mad. Like, I'm so beyond frustrated that I literally have put every ounce of my being and 90% of my adulthood in this one job. Like, this is the only job that I've had, and I'm turning 25 this year. This is the only job that I've had since I was 20 years old. Like, I went to college for, like, less time than you would hope, but I didn't get to go and experiment with classes in college. I didn't get to go and do these things because I couldn't afford it. I wasn't, like, in the position of allowing myself to just find out what I wanted to do. I was just like, a preschool, I guess, is fine, and then I went for it, and then I got, you know, in a full-time job, and then my life literally needed a full-time job to function. And so, again, that's not their problem. That's not their problem. I'm not saying that it's their problem. I'm not saying, but it's my fault. It's my fucking fault that I allowed myself to sit in this one position for so long and then let myself feel as shitty as I do right now. Like, I don't have a drive to continue with this job. Like, I just don't care about most of the things that are going on in the company. I don't care about when we have inspection. Well, actually, I do. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I fucking put my everything into what I'm doing, but then inside I just don't give two shits. Like, I feel fucking empty inside when I go to work. I'm still okay with the kids, and I still function relatively well for literally hating everything about it, you know, and I try not to let it interact or have it affect the relationships that I'm having with the parents, with the children, with my other coworkers, and stuff like that, but it's exhausting. Like, I'm so fucking tired of feeling this way about the company. Like, it really came into my sights because there's a coworker of mine that worked there, I don't know, 2 years or something like that. I think she was on her 2-year mark, I think she was on her 2-year mark. And she confided into me in the staff room and said, that she was going to leave because she didn't feel like she could go anywhere, and she needed money to start a family and to move on with her life, and kind of like the realistic reasons on why you would get a new job and stuff. But then, so she quit. She went to go to a new job. The new job did not follow through, and our company hired her back with a pay bump and a new position of power. She like runs the front desk now, and I told my director how uncomfortable that made me, and how I did not like that, and how I think that every management that has done that in the past, they have created some kind of ill stir in the company. Like, other coworkers aren't okay with this because this teacher, blah, 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 blah. It used to be a teacher, and now they have to tell everybody what to do. And there's no fucking reason that she got that position. Like, she literally cut ties with our company, went to go somewhere else, and then decided to come back because the other job didn't go through with it. But then, so as a reward for dissembling yourself from the company, they're like, a raise and a promotion. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. There's like no fucking logic behind how that could even happen, or how that would even make any fucking sense. Like, I was baffled. Like, I was just like, like, why? Why did you do that? And I said that you shouldn't do that. You should hire somebody that has nothing to do with any of the teaching, because she used to be a teacher. The parents know her as a teacher. I know her as a teacher. I'm not gonna, like, it's so disrespectful. It is so disrespectful. Like, and then my director asked me, like, well, do you want to be in that position? I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I've never been in that position. I've never been offered that position. So I couldn't tell you if that's what I wanted to do. And I was like, but that's not what you should be saying. Why can't you just say that it was a poor decision and take my advice? Because putting me up there is going to do the same shit. Like, I'm not like selfish in that way, like going, yeah, fuck her, just give me that position because I want the money and I want this and I want that. Like, of course I want the money. Of course that would have been cool to try and do. Of course I would have loved to try that as a different experience in the company and see if my view on how things aspired felt any different. But that wouldn't have solved the problem. I said, don't put a teacher up there. That is a poor decision, because they need to have the background of being somebody that needs to know what, like, the front desk needs. They need to know how the equipment up there works. Like, there's different like websites and different programs and stuff in the computer, like how parents are paying, how the children are counted into a ratio. There's like so many different programs, and the company has their own programs, and then we started using like these iPads and shit that like has a different program, and there's so many different meticulous little things that you needed to hire somebody that has that kind of experience, or somebody you could train to do that. You shouldn't have taken a teacher to do those things, and you shouldn't have fucking asked me as a teacher to do those things when I told you that putting a teacher up there is a bad decision. Like, baffled me. It baffles me still, and she's still there, like, she's still running the front desk, and then, like, I'm still at a loss about it, and you're hiring, like, the people that have been hired, because we have such a drastic, fuck is it called? You know, that word. Like, lots of teachers go. Like, it's just go, you come in, you stay for like a few months and you leave. You stay for a year and then you leave. You leave. I have teachers leaving like crazy. Like, it's been like that since I started. Like, there's only 2 teachers that have been there from the beginning. Like, and I wasn't even there from the beginning of the school. I was there like a year after the school opened. But there's only 2 people that have been there. me and somebody else. And I've seen like 3 owners, 5 directors, 6 business managers, and over 50 something teachers. And then I just get to sit there and watch it like a goddamn TV show. And I'm really tired of it. I'm really tired. Because every person that they seem to be, like, hiring these days, like, I question how they've made it this far in life. That's how fucking awful some of them are. Don't worry. If you are one of my coworkers, it's probably not you. It's probably not you, because if it was you, I wouldn't have added you on Facebook. Just saying. So I'm tired. Like, I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall. And they're like, every time that I have this, like, moment of, what the fuck are you thinking? Why the fuck is this even a conversation that I have to have with you? My director's like, oh wow, you seem so, like, built up. Why don't you just come into my office anytime you're frustrated? I'd be in there every 5 minutes if I came in there every time I was frustrated. Every 2 minutes, like, I don't understand your logic. And then when I'm talking to a brick wall, when you're literally either like a people pleaser, so you're just smiling, yes, you are valid in your feelings. Oh yes, everything you're saying makes sense. Let me talk to these people for you. But then nothing happens. Why am I going to trust you with my feelings and my emotions on anything? On anything. Why am I going to, like, and when certain things are happening and there are questions that questions that are happening, you come to me to ask me how things work. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up that you have to come to me for your answers. Look it up. Email the fucking, the company. Email the owner. Email somebody else. Don't come to me and ask me. Because then you're expecting me to give you everything that you need to be successful. And I'm a team player, okay? I am. It's one of the many things I give myself credit for. I'm a team player when it comes to my job. It's everybody else that isn't a goddamn team player. With me, it seems, I guess. Because why do you come to me for this, but then I'm not getting paid to give you the answers. I'm not getting paid to do any of these things. I've been there for far too long to just let people walk all over me. And that's where I am right now. I'm being walked all over, and I have been walked all over for years. And I'm now finally at the point where saying that I deserve better than that. Like, I cannot sit here in the same goddamn classroom that I have for almost 5 years and just let it all happen, because I hate it. Like, I hate it. And I'm mad and angry and depressed all the goddamn time when I'm not at work. And I don't want to feel that way. Like, I'm still, like, I wonder, like, what and who I am, because I always have the effect of work on my shoulders. Like, I can't go and hang out somewhere because my mind is just buzzing on all this bullshit. And, you know, I'm a hypocrite to say that, because then I go straight over here to the theater and do more work, you know, and that's on me, and I understand that. It's on me to be throwing 1,000,001 things into my workload. It is. It's my fault. I've made these decisions. I'm an adult. And I don't expect anybody to like, take it easy on me or to, like, make excuses for me. And I never do that when I'm at work. I don't say, hey, I have theater all night. Can you just cut me a break? Ugh. No, I don't do that. I don't tell the kids, I'm so sorry, I'm tired today, so could you, like, change your own goddamn diaper? Thanks. No. Why? I mean, I couldn't do that. But I don't. I don't make excuses for the things that I do, because they're my decisions. And there are reasons behind the decisions that I make, and the reasons and the path that I have taken and done in my life. And I know exactly what and all those reasons are. And I know why I talk so negatively to myself. I know why I take the abuse that I take. I know why I'm in such toxic relationships with certain people, and I know how I get myself into those situations. I know exactly the decisions that I'm making. I know every single time I make a dumb decision, I know that I'm making a dumb decision, and I do it anyway because it's unfortunately how I've learned to function. And I never sit there with a blind eye. You know, I know that I'm overworking myself. I know that I've done far too many of these theater shows in a row. I know that I do way more. I know that I don't have to be here all the time. I know that I don't have to, like, make a prop list myself. I know that I don't have to do these things. They're just things that I do because I feel like it's the right thing to do. Like, I feel like when I'm given this trust, it's not something that I handle lightly. You know, and it comes back on me in the long run anyway. If they say, Dean, work this show, be the stage manager, okay? If I'm not proactive in the things that I'm doing, if I'm not paying attention to anything that I'm doing, it's going to fall back on me anyway. So it's more beneficial for me to have 100% of myself here when I'm here. 100% like attention to what the director's telling me, but also keeping in mind the other parts of the show. I mean, I know that I do too much here for the pay that I've started to get here. But that's what theater is, you know, and I acknowledge that this is just the hobby. You know, this is not my life job. This is the hobby, and this is like what I like to do. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm realizing that there's a lot in my life that is just this. And I sometimes don't feel normal. Well, I know I'm not normal, but I don't feel normal anymore. I just feel like work. I feel like the only connections and the only people that care about me only care about me because of what I do here. And it's really started to affect my emotional state, because I know that I'm burnt out, and I know that I'm really tired. I'm waiting until January. A lot of people know why I'm waiting until January, but I'm waiting until January to stop. You know, but once January hits, it's going to stop for a while. So it's not like, oh, take a break. I'm in the middle of a couple shows right now, so I can't just take a break. I don't just walk away from things. I decided to take a couple weekends off because I do need it, and I acknowledge that I need it. And I hope that my production manager doesn't hold it against me, but who the fuck knows? I can't control her or what she thinks of me anymore. That being said, I am really at a loss because I feel like the only friends that I have are my friends because of what I do here at the theater. And the people that I really, really, really care about will only care about me if I continue to do this and do theater all the time, consistently. And there's this one person, I'll just be specific. There's this one person whom I look up to more than I thought that I'd ever look up to anybody in my life. And that sounds really stupid, and I mean, I don't know, everything that he is, and everything that he stands for, and everything that he tries to achieve, and the person that he is outside of this theater even. Like, he's just a wonderful person. And I look up to him. I call him my dad. And it would literally kill me if, like, when I stop doing shows and I'm not here all the time, that those connections and those relationships that I've made just go away, because that's the reality of this. Like, that's the reality of most life anyway, because, like, you're really close to the people that you're forced to be with all the time. But I worry that, because it's hard to make an effort when you're busy, and it's hard to make an effort when this is your job, because it's his job. So it's hard to be friends with people, and it's hard to meet up, like, oh, hey, like, I haven't seen you in a while, let's have coffee, let's have dinner. It's hard to do those things. Even when we're working a show together, it's hard for us to do those things. It's a little easier, but it's still hard to do. And I don't have anybody to talk to, mainly because I don't talk to anybody besides theater people. And I just don't, I feel stupid. I feel so stupid. Like, every emotion that I have, I feel stupid for having. Like, I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to feel these things. I don't want to feel like, I don't want to overthink everything. I don't want to do, like, it just feels stupid because I know the logic behind every little thing, and it's like, why, Dean? Why are you doing that to yourself? It's like you're torturing yourself, and like, stop thinking like that. That's stupid. You're illogical in many different ways, and you can't tell the future, and you can't predict how that's gonna work out, and you can't, like, and having emotions is normal. It's normal, and it's just logic and emotions aren't the same, and in my brain are just a constant fucked up mess because I just convince myself that my emotions aren't valid because the logic is above them. Like, the logic outweighs the emotion, so you shouldn't be feeling that way, so you're stupid. It's like, so you're dumb, okay? Like, even, like, my best friend, well, one of my best friends, okay, so calm down, don't get your panties in a twist. One of my best friends, I haven't told him one of the unfortunate parts about me. There's an unfortunate thing about me. There's an unfortunate truth to Dean, in which I don't tell people, because it's not who I am, it's just an unfortunate part about me. You know what I mean? So it's like my dirty laundry. There's a dirty laundry secret that Dean has. It's over here. Some people know what it is. Even when you're watching this, you may know what it is, but you may not go like, is that what he's talking about? Is that what he's talking about? Is that what he's talking about? Okay, hopefully you caught on. So that little bit of dirty laundry. It's an unfortunate part about me, but it's an unfortunately big part about me. Not like as a person, it's just like a medical issue. Those that didn't catch on before might have caught on now. But one of my really, really good friends, I haven't told this little bit of dirty laundry. I have been told that he knows about it. But I've never told him. I've never gone, hey, I am... And that's why... Does that make sense? Does it all make sense? Because the second that I say it, it all of a sudden feels so invalidating. And that sounds really stupid, because other people... So most people that I know are not, unfortunately, cursed with this medical issue. Most people that I know. And that being said, they don't fully understand the whole feeling. Does that make sense? So, and if they do, if the people that say that they do understand, they stand in a position, well, you shouldn't be ashamed of that. I am. 100%, 110% totally ashamed about it. And that is not a problem. I don't think that that is a problem to be ashamed of this medical issue that I have. Because in my head, it's not a beautiful fucking thing. It's not a journey. How do I even fucking explain it? I can't explain it because it's too goddamn hard without saying what it is, and I don't want to say what it is because it makes me uncomfortable. And like I said, it feels completely invalidating. When I say that I feel invalidated, I've always, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be the way that I am right now. And when I have to tell people that I wasn't, it makes my soul hurt. And that sounds confusing, and maybe it doesn't make sense, but it feels like to have that just cold, like, sting inside of your chest, and this, like, empty feeling. That's what my depression mostly is, but when you, like, I don't want to have to live like that. And sometimes I wonder, even after all of this bullshit that I have to go through, and when it's going to be mostly over by January, not the recovery, but mostly over, I still question whether I'm going to be okay. I question that all the time. Because I still am not okay. I'm still not okay. Because I'm not okay being this way. I'm a much happier human now, and I'm a much more comfortable human now, but I'm still not okay with it. And I wonder if that's ever going to go away. And that's really shitty for people that are trying to figure it out. Because I'm supposed to be the hope. I'm supposed to be, that light at the end of the tunnel because, I'm almost there. Life's not fair sometimes. And some people view themselves in a very different way. So some people get to a certain point and they're like, yeah, I'm great. I'm good. I don't know. Like, I'm so comfortable in my own skin. I don't have any other dysphoria or any kind of I'm not like sensitive about anything. Like, I envy somewhat of the people that can be okay with it. I'm not one of those people. I'm just not. I am who I am. And I don't think that other people need to know that little bit of information to know me and to know who I am and what I am. And that's why I don't say it. That's why I don't talk about it. That's why the new people in my life don't know about it. Because it doesn't have anything to do with me. And it feels invalidating to say that I am that. Because I don't feel like I am. I'm just cursed with the unfortunate things about it. The medications and the surgeries and shit. Like, I have to go do those things because there is no other way for me to feel okay. That's how bad I feel about myself. Is that there's literally no other option in my life. Because I've tried to be okay with certain parts. And I've tried to be like, okay, you'll be okay. I've tried to just, and I've done So my footage kind of just stops there because I kind of got overwhelmed with my thoughts, and I got overwhelmed with talking about them, and I was kind of at a loss because I seem, no matter how many times I talk about it, and no matter how many times I vent about it, the situations and the problems are still the same, and there's nothing that I can really do about it at the moment, in the current situation that I'm in. Like, the frustrations that I have about work, I can't really change until January. The frustrations that I have with my medical shit isn't going to be fixed until January. You know, the frustrations and insecurities that I have about theater, they can't really be proven and shit, and like, you know, until it happens. You know, like, I can't sit there and wonder if all these relationships are going to fail. I'm not there yet, you know? I apologize that it was, a kind of short stop. Felt like it needed an exit, like an extra, an ending. I was trying to be cool by saying like outro, sure. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys.